So I am doing these 22 push-ups for these 22 veterans that commit suicide every day. I want to talk a little bit more about suicide. Every time I do these, I try to say a little something about what's going on. Suicide is big. It touches everybody's life in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It has touched your life somewhere down the line. And I was getting ready to do my 22 today while I'm at work. I'm going to do them in my suit just because it's just 22 push-ups. It's not a lot. It's not the number of push-ups that we are doing. It is the awareness that we are trying to raise for the 22 that we do. But while I was going to do them, I thought about some stuff because I had a bout with thoughts before. And I started to think about what are some things, some questions that come to, some statements that come to the minds of those that are thinking about committing suicide. And I want to come up with 4 questions that came to me that people who think about it come across, things that they ask themselves, and I'm gonna try to tell you as to why each one of them is incorrect. So if you know somebody who's thinking this, maybe it can give you something to say, or if you hear somebody say one of these statements, you can start thinking about, hey, okay, let me pay attention to this individual. One statement that I heard that I know that people say is people will be better off without me. Well, that statement there is not correct for the simple fact that committing suicide, you taking away a life. You're taking away your life out of people's lives. You can never be better off. They can't be better off with you if you're gone. Without you, I mean, because you're putting a hole in their life, putting a hole in their spot. God has put us all here for a specific reason. There's something that only you can do in this world, and if you're gone, then whatever that specific thing is will not get done. So saying that people will be better off without you, that is not at all true. I mean, it's something that plays in the minds of people that commit or think about committing suicide, but it's not true. That's one thing we can say to them. I can't do anything right. That is when you focused on the moment. At the moment, you might have messed up, whatever it might have been. But if you focus on that moment, then you will fail to realize everything that you have done positive up to that time. The moment might have got you. You know what I'm saying? We all have things where the moment gets us, where we messed up on whatever it is at that moment. But a suicidal person focuses on that moment as in that is how their life goes. You have to get them to try to focus on the positives that they have done, things that they have done correct. I'm going through these pretty quick so that I can go and get my push-ups out the way and we're not taking a lot of time on the video. The next one is I don't fit in anywhere. They again focused on the moment. Maybe they have thoughts where nothing, like everybody is doing something and I'm not getting in with the group or whatever it might be. But you have to have them focus on positives yet again. Try to get them to realize, look, you have more positives in your life than you do negatives. I know you're thinking about the negative right now, but again, this is a focus on the positive situation. Try to get them there. One that hit me a lot when I was back in my time when I had some thoughts about, it's a good 3 years ago, so I'm good and everything is fine. I thought that everything I touched died. Everything I did messed up. Opposite of that, King Midas, where he said everything he touched turned to gold. I thought that everything I touched just turned to ashes, just died. And again, that was a thought that plagued through my head. And it is this thing to where you have to get people to understand that, look at the positives again. There are things in your life that have flourished, things in your life that grow, things in your life that are doing well because of you. But if you focus on the things that are doing wrong, that went wrong, then they'll pile up on you. But you got to focus on the things that went right. I mean, there are a lot of them. So if you know people that make statements that might plague you, that this person might be thinking about something, don't ignore it, because the statement in itself is a cry for help. So help them out. Again, like I said before, I lost my brother to suicide last year. And I've made it in my mind that I won't lose another one if I know about it. I won't lose another one if I know about it. So if I can help anybody else, I will. I wasn't able to help him, and that's something I live with, that he was hurting, and I wasn't able to do anything about it because I didn't know. But if I know anybody else, I will do what I can to help. So I'm gonna get my 22 out the way. I'm at work, so I'm gonna do these, and then I'm gonna go get me some lunch. But again, don't ignore somebody that you know that is thinking of suicide. They might joke it, but it's never a joke. So if you joke about killing yourself, or you joke and tell somebody else to go kill themselves, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. It's not nothing we play around with, because if you tell somebody you should go do it, you never know what's in that person's head. You might be the one that pushes them over the edge to do what they was already thinking. So don't joke about it. It's not funny at all. So let's just keep this. Let's get these numbers down. 22 veterans a day. That's just veterans, and we know that list is higher among other people, but we're doing this for the veterans. But 22 veterans a day is too many people. If it was only veterans that committed suicide, 22 veterans a day is way too much. So let's just do it this way. We're gonna raise awareness for this. We're gonna keep it going. So I am on day 7 of my 22. I'm about to get down here and do my 22. And I am in my suit, but we get on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Again, it's not the answer. So let's not think suicide is, because it's not. All right, you be blessed.